Well, I'm back out here. I came to look at the water. It went down about an inch. It's about the same. It's still up. Well, it's not up, but it's up to where I want to be looking. I'm looking low water sites, and I'm trying to get as far in to the river channel as I can into pockets. So here, and I was here yesterday. My tracks are erased for the most part. I can't even tell I was here, but really the water didn't move, and there's no wash, and there's just going to be nothing laying out. Just pointless to even walk it, I can tell you, because I've done it 2,000 times before when it's like this. You can go a month and not be able to find something surface hunting, but you always have a chance with the sifter. So I'll do some screens. We'll see what I can come up with in about an hour. And the water went down an inch. It's still too high, and I just got a pretty nice piece. And see, there's a lancet right there in the same screen. See it? There's a knife, and it's real nice, like heat-treated river cobble. The cortex is red from being fired, and it's just a piece of the cortex right on the tip. And look at that. That's nice. That's a nice one. It's the nicest blade out of here because of the material. Look at it. Wow, kind of nice. Well, that's made out of a river cobble chert, but look at all the inclusions in it and stuff. That's a pretty nice little tool. It's still a little wet, but look at it, that material. It's nice. That's a nice little find. It's going to look great in a frame with a black background with some Amos's around it. All right. Last Amos point, and there's a tool right there. Was Crooksville, because I just sifted another one right out of the same spot. You see it? It's real nice. It's going to be translucent. Look, I'll do a video here in a week or so. I have E-notches made of high quality. Look at this. That's translucent. That's another smoker, and that's definitely Brush Creek chert. And you can see, you'll be able to see the translucency on this. It's the best of the best. That's a beauty. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Real nice translucent piece of Brush Creek. This is the highest quality of the Brush Creek. I found a point in there yesterday. It's nicer than this. I'll show it to you next with this. I think it's Brush Creek too. There's a big variety in this. Some of it's chalky, but some of it's real nice. That's a nice piece. It's an Amos. See, there's that point. That's nice material, huh? It's translucent as can be. Look up towards the tip. That's crazy, huh? See, I found this real nice one here in there last night. Get back and find that one. You see, I think it's all Brush Creek. You see, here's more Brush Creek chert. A whole tray of it I dug on the same site. Flakes of it. You see, that's not as translucent. This is one grade of it. It's pretty nice. So, you know, here's a point made out of it with the big orange spot. This is Brush Creek, Crooksville. But some of it is just, see, that's pretty nice material. And here's one that's just a dang shame. Look at that Amos. Made of just classic Brush Creek. But snapped right off that same place. So that's Brush Creek chert. There's a big variety. You can see some of it's translucent. See all the flakes? I got another point. It's another Amos in the same screen. It's got a little damage. Ear neck, but man, that's cool, huh? Man. See, this is an Amos. It's right out of there, ground base. See, this one's kind of a straight edge, and it's chewed up. It would have had a hanging barb on this side, and that's why it's always usually broke. Some of them I get good, but there's another point. It's so artifact rich in places like that when you get into them pockets. I saw this, and this looks funny. It's a piece of granite. So look at this microscopically. That surely feels rubbed. I wonder what the heck. Huh. This, throw all the big rocks up. I load it, kind of feel it with my hands, throw all the big rocks off, and right there's a flake. Heck, that looks like the base of something old. Wow, that would have been nice. I think that's the base like that. But I see an awesome piece of rubbed hematite. See it right there. And there's a piece of like bluestone. See, there's another piece of that. I got the other piece up here on the bank. There it is. That almost looks, see? You can see right where it's been hit. I think they were making banner stands out of this stuff. See it? It's like slate, but it's not. And look at the piece of rubbed hematite. It's a daymaker. That's gonna look so nice in a frame. You can even see the use marks on it that come out of a sand layer under the... See? I'll take this and show you the other piece too. Well, see the use lines on it? This is tool grade hematite. See? That's crazy, isn't it? Packed in a sand layer. That's just how it was left. You can see how it was rubbed, every little facet. That's a nice one, huh? Nice little piece of rubbed hematite. And that's from the Amos people. That's from them serrated points. See, here's the other piece. It's got that kind of baby blue gray tint to the inside. It's the same stone. Some lightning lines in it. You see them here. They were utilizing this. Those serrated point people. As I'm feeling and getting any of the rock off the base clay with my shovel. This is a Hall of Handle PVC handle shovel. So I can really feel the echo vibration when the tip's hitting gravel and rock, and that's what I want. Fired rock. See, it's right there on my shovel. That's how I'm getting all the stuff in this video. It's just a crude one, but right here is kind of a crude point. Well, it's not crude, it's just beat up. There's another one. I'll just show you this real quick. Found a bunch of stuff in there real quick. I was only there like an hour and 30 minutes. There's another little point. Damaged right there on the base. Flakes of this in every string. It's Brush Creek Chert. You can see the orange spot right there. That's typical of the material. That's it, right there, Crooksville. It's all over these Amos Point sites. It's almost like they worship the material. I don't know what's up. That, you know, it's a little different than an Amos. It's Kirk, and it's right out of this, right out of the same Crooksville material that the Amoses are made out of. And that's a Kirk. Look at that. There, isn't it? It's got a base thing, but it's almost like a big sandy. Real ground base. See, it would have had a concave base. You could almost call that a big sandy, right with the Amos points. And that's Brush Creek. There's another point. A lot of stuff out here in this gravel. Well, I've been looking them Amos Point sites for 40 years, digging them. Even when I dig into the bank, into the layers, a big sandy or some Kirk, really classic looking Kirk point comes out right with them. Every time I start finding groupings of them, something, and this is real ground, and it's like a split base, and you could maybe call it a split base big sandy. See how the base edge here is wider than the blade of the point? You could maybe call it a broad base big sandy, like bifurcated base, but it's Kirky looking. The basal thinning, the grinding, and that's Brush Creek too. And I'm a good ways away from the source. And this is right in that pocket with them Amos points, and I've dug these points right out of the bank with the serrated Amos points. And big sandy broad bases. Just classic ones. And right on top, there's another big crude scraper. It's worked all up in here. I'll just show it to you here. It's made out of a Black River coal, but see all the work along this edge. He uses a knife. Yeah, there's a couple more out of the last screen. Get that nice inclusion in that. And there's another little tool. See it? It's flat uniface. And it's, I don't know what they were doing with that. It's a tool. Here, a little black one that's an Amos, but it's all fire pop. There's pot lids all over it. That one's been cooked, maybe in a fish or something. I think they were harpooning fish with some of these, but it's a great example of fire popping. I'll show you. Yeah, I'm kind of glad this is fire popped, because Look at, see all the craters? It looks like little meteorites just blew up all over it. That's from heating. It's been fired, probably in something they were cooking, and the moisture in the stone as it was heated boiled off and popped the point apart. See them all on this side too. It's just a text. This is the best example you could ask for of that. Look at it. All right, too bad it's broke. See the serrations on the right side? That's an Amos point. Well, you're probably wondering why there's so many artifacts right here in a 10-foot square. It's because a barge come in and sheared off some base clay, and there was an old pocket of rock and gravel down buried in base clay, and it uncovered it. And it goes that way a little bit, another 8 or 9 yards that I got to sift. I probed it with the digging probe, and I can feel all the gravel down in there, and off of it, it's just clay. So all the rock that came out of the bank right here is laying all right in here, and I'm just right on top of, there's an Indian site right here, and it's just loaded. And you know, this was out farther, the land, it's just all fell and it got covered, and it's just like a time capsule of, you see how nice some of them points are. They're real delicate, and everything's right here, the whole toolkit.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are we talking? Your tail looks all fluffy. Look at him, folks. I'm back, and the squirrel man had to come right out and get his pets first. Look at him hanging on. You gonna get armpit rubs? I knew it. That's what you wanted, was the armpit rubs. That feels good, don't it? And the belly rubs, and the cheek rubs too. The double combo. Squirrel man's getting it. Cheek and ear rubs. Double combo right there. You going down? He's going to run. I'll see you on the next one. I'll keep finding arrowheads.